Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Bit of buying here in crude from our full session VWAP. Big gap up in the crude. I am looking for a deeper pullback, either to, we could begin to hold the essentially this level a little bit lower. Take a little scalp long in this area. My volume was way too loud. But right now, I'm looking for kind of a pullback back into, oh, sorry, I didn't put my marker up here. This is just beginning as an order flow type of play here, a little scalp. But main thesis on the day is for kind of a pullback back into 68.40s to then see buyers respond to take us to new highs. For my team, we're coming up on an inflection on that RTH. If you recall from the other day, we were, was that last week? I actually forget. We were looking for the S&P, must have been the 17th, to trade up into the target of that 2707, right? So what have we done since we reached that target that day, then kind of held above it in the after hours and drove higher into yesterday, found some support off of it, but then we actually broke it down overnight last night. So I think that in general was a pretty good target area, and the fact that we broke back below there is short-term bearish. That's in the S&P 500. One thing about crude I will say is that these overnight highs look pretty susceptible. Got some incomplete auctions there. Kind of that weak little double top, poor high in the overnight session. Sellers trying to put a little something together here. Short-term weakness from sellers. All right, we got taken out of the long scalp there. Sellers, although mostly in control today, really struggling to put much together. Kind of struggle bussing. All right, so while crude chops around doing nothing, the S&P is actually giving some decent trendy type of moves. Watching this up move here. All right, got short 2,700 in the S&P. All right, scaled a little bit here into 97.75. All right, scaled a little more down into near the low of day, or into the low of day here. Not really liking the order flow. I know the tempo was good there on that flush, but I do not like the order flow very much. We are coming into kind of a weekly reference here, so we'll continue to monitor it. But great entry, great scales here. No complaints about the trade, regardless of how the core short shakes out. If we are able to get and hold through this kind of 97 level, we will look for 26.91, and we'll look for a big target into, let's just call it 26.80. Much better selling there, so we'll see if that persists. Took another scale around 94 here, seeing a little bit of buying pressure and just overall lack of fantastic selling. So being a little more aggressive with the scales. All right, guys, I do have to step away, work with a student at 10 a.m. Decent short here in S&P. We'll continue to monitor it as it progresses. Have a good day.
Many people want to be traders. They're passionate about markets, but they don't know how to accomplish the goal of being a successful trader. They don't know the path to achieve that goal. And it's easy to want to be a trader, but that doesn't mean it'll be easy to be one. And there's no easy path to any form of greatness, but there is a path. S&P Futures gives traders a way to move their trading forward, a way to rise above all those who try and fail. Whether you're just starting out or an established veteran, we have a place to plug you into our system and keep you moving forward down the right path. Maybe you need to connect with successful traders. Maybe you need training to develop mental toughness or find edge. Maybe you're ready to trade on our team, either remotely or on our New York desk, where you're backed by large amounts of capital, provided with world-class professional technology, where you work with a risk manager that knows you, within a culture of coaching and mentoring, at a firm that takes all the downside risk while encouraging you to become the best version of yourself. For those with the courage to make the journey, S&P Futures is here to move your trading forward.